Welcome back to A Star Oracle and another weekly guidance reading. This week we are using the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle deck. Let's go. I'll give you a minute to choose card 1, card 2, or card 3. So before I start, I want to apologize for my desk and all the paint and stuff you see on it. I have been crafting and, well, I'm not exactly tidy. So let's go with card 1. We get ready, set, go. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. I'm instantly actually drawn to the whale diving into the water, and I get a lot of this is going to be emotional. There's a lot of emotional work that needs to be done, healing and overcoming. I get a lot of overcoming as part of this, and it's fear is the word that they're giving me. You got to overcome your fear before you're ready to totally move on. It is fear that's holding you back. And I'm drawn to this area, this specifically, this, I think it's a dolphin. And I'm getting, you're afraid to let go and you're afraid to play. Like dolphins are symbolic of playtime and enjoyment and having fun. And for whatever reason, you are afraid to let go and just have fun. And you're being guided to work on that, to start overcoming that and the fear of, you have like a fear of play. You're afraid that if you let loose, then everything's going to fall apart and like all holy hell will break loose. And your angels want you to know that that's just not true. You're grasping so hard onto control and controlling this situation that you're removing all of the enjoyment from it for you, but also for those other people involved. And you're being guided to release, like release your need to control. You aren't in control and you need to accept that. I'm getting drawn to the whale tail now with the water flowing down. And your need to control is attached to your emotions, which is the water. And they're saying that you need to, well, it's overcoming, but you need to allow this emotional release to happen. I'm getting that you bottle, like you're pent up and you hold in a whole bunch of your emotions. And this is what causes you to seize control and take control and be the one who's in charge and dictating and telling everybody what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And you're pushing people away with that attitude. And that is obviously not good for you, but it's not good for them either, because you would be mutually beneficial for each other if you could relax a bit. They really want you to relax a bit. And I'm drawn to this light area, which is like there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is good on the horizon for you. But part of that will be releasing your need to control. Other than that, I get things are moving forward and they're going to go a lot faster than you expect, which is why the angels want you to work on releasing control, because it's going to like just go and you aren't going to have control. And instead of enjoying the ride, you're going to be stressing and worrying because you aren't in control anymore. So they want you to work on overcoming this need to control everything so that way you can enjoy the ride. All right, on to card 2. Card number 2. We get tranquility. Make time to relax, be still, and enjoy your solitude. Indulge in much needed self-care. Instantly, I'm drawn to the mermaid's tail here, and it's the color green, and green is both. It's your heart chakra, so it's regarding love, and not just romantic love. This could be platonic love, parental love, just love in general. But I'm actually, instead of the heart chakra, for most I'm getting it's nature. green is like grounding nature, work towards communing with nature is what they're saying. So if you're in the cooler climates, obviously spring is starting, but it's not quite there yet. You could be working with house plants or even fake plants through crafting and stuff. You could add fake plants into your crafts. But I'm getting a need to connect with nature. I'm actually seeing a path in a forest with like, it's a dirt path with tree roots and a lot of life, like plants and even small animals. They're wanting you to go out into nature is what they're saying, not just work with fake plants. That can help, but they want you to go out into nature. You need to connect with nature. You touch trees, touch grass is a saying that people use, but your angels really want you to be with nature. The energy of the plant life and of the earth itself is going to help ground you. And you've got a lot of chaos energy going on right now, and they want you to take some time to ground yourself, come back to center, and then move forward from there. But until you're back to center, it's like, I see like you're spinning out of control in your own head, and there's no up or down. I'm drawn to the wine bottle, and some of you are turning to alcohol as a coping mechanism. You're guided not to do that. If you are, it's not going to help in the long run. It might feel like it helps for the moment, but it's not the solution for you. I'm seeing this like off in the distance tree, and I get a sense that you're looking at the future like it's bleak. Like if you look at this tree, there's no life on it, there's no leaves or anything. And I get a sense that you're looking to your future like it's bleak. It's depressing. There isn't much going on. There isn't much to look forward to. And your angels, they want you to know that that's not true. But at the same time, you are bringing that to your own world with your stress and your worry and your constant looking to the worst possible case scenario. You're drawing in that type of energy. So you're bringing in this bleak future for yourself because you're so busy making it a barren future, and you're not doing it on purpose. And they acknowledge that you're not doing it on purpose. And they're telling you to connect with your angels through prayer, through meditation, however you do it. But your spirit guides want you to connect with them and ask for their help. They can't help you unless you invite them into your situation due to free will choices. So they are saying, ask for our help if you want it. There is, like you see the green down here, there is abundance in your future, but you need to, they're saying you need to get out of your own way. So in some manner, you are blocking yourself, and it might be through negative self-fulfilling prophecies. I'm also drawn to this stool here, and I get the sense that you feel like you're being judged. Like I get the sense that somebody's sitting on the stool watching you, and you're in the bathtub in this card, and therefore you're vulnerable, right? In the bath, you're vulnerable. And I get the sense that you feel like you're being judged harshly by somebody close in your world, and it's causing you more emotional turmoil than you even realize it is. And it's making you feel like you have to walk on eggshells all the time because you don't want to upset them, and you don't want them to dislike you or have something else snarky to say to you. And in those situations, it's you're being guided to not be snappy back, but be assertive. That's what they're saying is be assertive. Set your boundaries, set your ground, and put your foot down, and stop allowing this person to treat you this way, because you don't have to. It's not mandatory, and it's not for the benefit of anybody when they're mistreating you and harshly judging you. So you are being guided to set some healthy boundaries with this person and make it very clear that you will no longer accept this behavior and this attitude. And I'm drawn immediately to these blue tassels, and blue is the throat chakra. So some of you have a hard time with asserting yourself and with self-expression, and you get nervous, you get choked up, you trip up on your words, however it works for you. And for those of you, you're being guided to take time to figure out what it is you want to say. Instead of going into it like a bull in a china shop, just barreling around out of anger, take some time and figure out what it is that you want to say and what it is that this person's doing that is actually irritating you. When you take that time to isolate it down for yourself, you'll be able to address the situation with more clarity. All right, on to card 3. We have card number 3. We get soulmate relationship. New romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. So for some, this is obviously going to be a romantic relationship that's coming. So I'll start with those people. I'm getting you've actually been waiting a long time. Like they're saying like 10, 12 years for some. And they want you to know that your patience is being rewarded. And this isn't all you that has slowed it down. I'm getting a sense that you blame yourself a lot. And your angels want you to know that it's not all you, that the soulmate relationship it's a 2-person ordeal, but it actually ends up being hundreds of people by indirect involvement. But your soulmate has had their own work to do, their own emotional healing, and even I get relocation for some of them. Some of you, these people they don't live here, wherever here is, wherever you are, they don't live there yet. And they are going to be relocating. And once they relocate is when you guys can obviously meet or deepen your relationship. But I do get that the soulmate, the other person, has had a lot of emotional work to do. And that's why you guys haven't connected yet. It is coming though. They want you to know that. And when it comes, it's just gonna happen. Like you are gonna have no control over this. You're just kind of basically gonna walk into each other in the grocery store type of thing, and sparks will fly, just like bam. For others, the soulmate relationship has nothing to do with romance and it's business. That's what I'm getting. It's career-oriented, job-oriented, entrepreneurship, something along those lines. And you have a soulmate business partner. So that's not a romantic, that's platonic. But you two, you click and you both understand each other and you see each other's vision and you are connected. Like you both want the same thing and you complement each other. Their strengths are your weaknesses and your strengths are their weaknesses. So together you form the perfect bond and business duo, if you will. And then for others, I'm actually getting you're worried about your children and their romantic partnerships. And I'm drawn immediately to this little tiny bit of yellow mixed in here. And that is the solar plexus chakra point, which is like the seat of self-confidence and self-esteem. And that's where the problem is coming into play for your child. They have low self-esteem, low self-confidence. So they keep walking into these god-awful relationships. And it's heartbreaking for you as a parent watching them suffer and suffer and suffer. And it's obviously difficult for them because they are the ones suffering themselves. But you got to help them work on building their self-esteem and their self-confidence, because that's what's going to change their entire path going forward. They need to build up the self-esteem and self-confidence. You can help them by doing little things. Like don't do anything big and obvious because they are your child and they'll see right through that. But small compliments, pointing out their strengths, pointing out their benefits, pointing out their good qualities here and there, that those little things do help people build their self-confidence and see value in themselves. And it's that lack of value that is causing them to be in these god-awful relationships repetitively. But your angels do want you to know that your child isn't always going to be in these horrible situations. They are eventually going to find a good partner, and that good partner is going to they're just going to be fantastic, and you are going to love them and they are going to love you, and It will be smooth sailing. I do see quite a time frame for that, though. I have anywhere between 3 and 10 years. Some of you, it's going to be a 10-year wait, which is obviously difficult. Like that's a big number to hear. But there's a lot of emotional work that has to go on beforehand. And again, not just with this person, it's also the other party involved has their own path that they have to take to get ready to join in a soulmate relationship. Other than that, I'm drawn to these little bubbles, and they're saying air bubbles, and it's like I'm getting that there's going to be little bursts, little bits of positivity along the way for those who do have to, like the 10-year, the longer wait time. You are going to have little bursts of positivity along the way. So it's not just going to be a barren wasteland the whole time where you feel like you're drowning. That's not it. You are going to have abundance and happiness and positivity and learning and relationships along the way too that are going to help. And they're not going to work out in the long run, but it's going to be beneficial for both parties. But they do want you to know that it's not like barren. There is going to be enjoyment along the way. And then I see the light rays coming down. And again, the angels want you to know that there's a lot of blessings here. A lot of blessings to be had. You just need to open your eyes to see them. Instead of looking down at the darker area, look up and see the positivity and see the blessings that you do have. And this will help bring in more to you. All right. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful week.